Cody Sirwanka. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing.
Yes, I'm here, and that was pretty close, actually. It's Zerwanka.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. Please proceed.
Yeah, so like the people before me have already said, thank you to the IPCB for allowing me and everyone else the chance to offer some input into these coal ash hearings. I'm from the Cumberland-Coles County area in central Illinois, and I'm also running for state representative for the 110th District. I'm reminded every day of the beauty of this state each time I drive through rural Illinois. We have lakes and state parks that offer us natural beauty, and Earth is our only home. We have to do everything that we can to protect it from the greed of the fossil fuel industry that wants to dump waste into our environment with as little regulations as possible, all in the interest of maximizing their profits and lining their shareholders' pocketbooks. Profits should never come above having a clean planet to live on. Coal ash that is being dumped into these coal ash ponds seeps into our soil, and as a result, our soil and our groundwater are being poisoned with heavy metals that are causing a host of problems like brain damage, cancer, learning disabilities, birth defects, and reproductive defects. We're better than that, and we can treat our earth and our people much better than that. Fossil fuel companies need to be pressured with more regulations so that coal ash in Illinois never comes in contact with our water. We must add a provision that requires the base of the surface impoundment to be no less than 5 feet above the highest groundwater elevation, and that's measured within or adjacent to the coal ash impoundment. This will prevent any seepage from getting into the groundwater. Any selected remedy in the corrective action plan that the board comes up with must also ensure that there is no intermittent, recurring, or sustained hydraulic connection between coal ash and groundwater or surface water. The language must not be vague about allowing coal ash to remain in water. Rather than using terminology like reduce or eliminate to the maximum extent feasible, the rules should explicitly state that allowing ash to remain in water or allowing ash to be exposed to groundwater or surface water is impermissible. The only way to truly control the source of releases and thereby prevent further contamination is to move coal ash to a place where it is not exposed to water. I urge this board to add the location restrictions as prerequisites that explicitly must be met in order for the agency to approve a closure in place. Just as coal ash in active impoundment should not remain in or exposed to water, the same is true following closure because, even with a cap, coal ash that is exposed to water will leach. Illinois must make it crystal clear that closure in place may only be permitted if there will be no intermittent, recurring, or sustained hydraulic connection between any portion of the coal ash impoundment and any groundwater following closure. We can't continue to let the fossil fuel industries pollute our earth, and until the federal government steps in to address the climate crisis, we need to do what we can as a state. So please help save the future of Illinois and the future of our planet by adding and requiring these restrictions and regulations. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you very much for your comment.